Yo, 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 what's up, everyone? Welcome to the Jump Podcast on No One Safe. I'm your host, Jumpstart, and I hope today we ain't got a problem with the internet, but we'll see as we go along. I'm going to bring in the family, our other host of the show, and we'll be right back, y'all, after these commercial breaks. And remember, man, tune in, relax, and chill.
No one's safe. 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 No one's safe.
Yo, 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 once again, Jumpstart is in the house, the chosen one, and we're here with another great episodes. I'm bringing my brothers in here in a minute, but let me just say this, that headlines today, and please like and share the podcast. Today, headlines. The city of Tacoma has agreed to pay the family of Emmanuel Manny Elias $6 million. All right, for a settlement for a wrongful death lawsuit. As I'm looking at the news here, the family's lawyer just confirmed this. All right, the lawsuit was filed after Manny, 33-year-old black man out of Washington State, Tacoma. All right, he died while he was in police custody on March 3rd, 2020. During this encounter, he was beaten, tased, hog-tied, okay, as officers stood on top of him, and you heard him saying, pleading, "I can't breathe, sir." So my question is, if they gave the family $6 million, why did the officers get off scot-free for this? Shouldn't they been in jail? I mean, Anyway, so that's what we got. Let's bring in the rest of the cast tonight. I've got Mike Drop on the scene. What up, Mike Drop? What's going on with you, bro?
Nothing chilling, reporting live from Aldi's parking lot. Let's do this.
Hey, I see something different in your thing here. I see, what did you put there? Mike Drop the what? Your mama's favorite.
Yeah, your mama's favorite. Just so you understand, anything that you can think of, I'm your mom's favorite. Yup.
Oh, Lord. Anyway, let's bring in our other host of the
Yes,
Jump
sir.
Podcast. No one's safe, you damn Skippy. Let's bring in the world famous. Mic drop. He considers himself the world famous. What do you think about that?
Nah, he ain't world famous. He ain't even locally famous. Nobody likes him.
Well, we like him, bro. What are you talking about? That's my bro. When we talking
I
crap, you about to come in a minute. You about to shut you down. It's gonna be two against one again. Anyway, bro, let's bring in my other brother, the other host of this podcast. It is Money, Life with Bitches, Business.
what? What up, Kobe? My favorite. What's good?
Money, life with bitches. Yo, are you alright? Yo,
Yo,
I'm just saying.
literally, everybody told me,
yo,
yo, this man
back up
just
off
told me
your.
that he just did an eye exam, and whoever did that eye exam needs to give him a refund. This man is
What are you
blind.
talking about? My eyes are good. My ears are good. Everything is good, bro. I don't know what y'all talking about, man. I passed with a 55%.
I don't think you
You
passed.
went to a urologist to go get your eyes checked.
I don't think you passed, bro.
I ain't messing with y'all tonight, bro. I am not messing with y'all tonight.
I don't
So,
think you passed, bro. Yo,
what are you
your
talking
mic.
about, man? I did
You need to
pass.
clear up your mic. You gotta need to clear up your mic. Your mic is horrible right now.
Man got a
Maybe
C minus.
You know what, man? You guys are always alright. Is this sound better to y'all? I think it's his mic.
Probably.
Now he paused
And
his mic.
listen, just go ahead
Can't
and
hear
make
you.
me
You paused your mic.
me
You big dummy.
or Kobe.
Not his mic is off. So anyway, mic drop. How you been, mic drop?
You know what? Normally, I would sit there and say life is good. Life kind of sucks right now. I might actually be homeless. My wife does not love me right now. So, you know what? I'm gonna just chill in this parking lot tonight. Yeah, and it's kind of, you know what? It's crazy. It's 78 degrees. I got a hoodie on and I got the heat on. Yo, like living in Florida is crazy.
Why do you got a hood on? How cold it is over there?
I just said 78. You don't see you and your freaking hearing.
I can hear you, man. I can hear you. All right, say it again. Say it again. What did you say? Say it again.
It is 78 degrees. I'm wearing a hoodie. I got the heat on in the Hyundai.
How cold it is out there? I'm just saying, man. I just want to know how cold it is out there.
Hey, try to give me like a
Kobe,
aneurysm.
Kobe, will you get on, man? Stop playing with your mic, man. Let me see if I can help him out here, bro. What the heck is wrong with him? There it goes. Okay. I'll give you 1 minute. He's doing his Bluetooth, y'all. So let's get into this Sean Pretty Love Daddy thing right now. So yesterday, P. Diddy, all right, was on trial. And it was crazy because there was five, I'm gonna say, allegations of him. So there was two counts of transporting to engage in prostitution in Ventura and Jane Dow. Nobody knows her name, okay? And then there was other charges: racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking with Cassidy Ventura and Jane Dow. Now, yesterday he was found not guilty on the racketeering conspiracy and the sex trafficking involving both women. But did found him guilty under 2 counts of engaging in prostitution. So now he's waiting to be sentenced October 3rd of this year. And that's going to be interesting to see what the judge throws at him. Because there's a whole lot of things that could happen. They can give him time served. They could give him probation. They could give him house arrest. They could give him a whole lot of things. So we gotta have to wait and see what happens. Mic drop. We lost mic drop, and now we gonna lose Kobe. Kobe is over here. You know, you guys, y'all complain about me and my buffering and all this stuff, and look at what you guys do. Y'all can't even get on air and where's mic drop? He put himself on timeout. Anyway, so that, ladies and gentlemen, is going on with Puff Daddy, Brother Lev. He had his family at the courthouse, and they were praising him, and they were all happy. He was there. He wanted to say something to the judge, but the lawyers said, no way, you stay quiet, because he didn't want to let his client say something he wasn't supposed to say. But when the judge went for recess and came back and was thinking of giving him bail, he kind of told Sean Combs that he wasn't going to give him bail because of the videos with Cassidy of the beating in the hotel showed the violence, and he was afraid that he would go at them, and just to be safe than sorry, he kept them in custody. Now, how did that video got leaked out? Apparently, when he was putting hands on her in the hallway, he forgot there was cameras, and so the security guard came through and saw it and was, trying to break it up. He went and knocked on the door. Sean Combs opened the door and he threw him about $100,000 in cash to make the video go away. But somehow, some way, there was a backup camera, I guess, and TMZ paid him more money, and they gave it to him, and that was the end of that story. Like I said, we're gonna see what happens. Welcome back, Mic Drop. Money, Life, and Business is over here handling some kind of business, but and in his microphone business.
Yeah, my bad. You remember how I told you how the heat was on in my car? Yeah, my phone overheated. You can't make this stuff up.
What? You had the heater? Oh, that happens with the iPhones all the time. Even when you use for the GPS from the sun, it always overheats.
Anyway,
As we waiting for as we waiting for Kobe over here to get his stuff together, we want to do a little while everybody's here. Let's go into this little clip, y'all. And this is, I ran into this, y'all, and I said I gotta post this up. So this is the only video I found. So bear with me.
You guilty of first-degree murder. I hereby sentence you to 2,500 consecutive life sentences plus 1,000 years. Once you pass away, you will receive an attempted escape charge with an additional 200 years being added to your sentence, which you will begin serving in the afterlife once you get to hell. Should you be reincarnated after your death and return to Earth as another person, you will be arrested at birth and you will spend your entire
That was Suge Knight when he got sentenced. Mic drop. Did you ever see that sentencing with Suge Knight? getting life and him fainting. What do you think about that one?
Nah, that's crazy, man. I mean, him and Diddy gonna be next to each other in sales, cause they're gonna find something else on Diddy. That man is just too freaky to be out of jail. Hell no.
Well, if
Okay,
he messes around, yeah, he could be in jail for a very long time. But I would like to see
yo,
him do a freak off with Suge Knight
what the heck?
and R. Kelly.
Yo, I'm glad it cut him off. I'm glad it cut him off. I'm so glad it cut him off. Oh my God. You want to see a freak off?
I don't want to see a freak off. I'm just joking.
Yes, you do. It's gonna be on pay-per-view. You're gonna be the first member signed up.
But
Yo, all
on a
right.
serious note,
Here's the deal.
on a,
Here's the deal on P Diddy, and we got to take it on the serious note because you said a serious note. So I'm gonna talk about it. He didn't do anything that was punishable by law. Being a freak is not. I repeat, is not a punishable offense. What
Did he
happened
fly in
now is they're
prostitutes?
throwing things against that. No, no, they're not prostitutes, and he didn't fly them in. That's the problem. We're not paying attention to what's actually going on. We're listening to what people are saying on the streets. He was, oh, come on, really?
You still on?
yeah, we're still on. It was recording on my
So
side.
we're listening. We're listening to we're listening to popular opinion, and the popular opinion was saying that he was a child rapist. He was taking care of kids and bringing kids in. He was Epstein and everything else. Now the truth comes out, and that's not it. So that's killing. It's absolutely horrible what people are doing to him. He was convicted before he went in, and the racketeering is what they wanted. They got him on lesser charges, and what he got convicted for. Any one of us could get. All we had to do is pay for a woman's all we gotta do is pay for a woman's flight, and then once they land, we have sex with them and let them change their mind later, and boom, there you go. We're going for 10 years.
Hey,
We're
Kobe,
going for 10 years.
Kobe, listen. Like I hear you, but Jumpstar ain't got to worry about that because ain't nobody sleeping with him at all.
Thank God, thank God.
Jumpstart,
But
turn your
let
mic
me
down.
piggyback.
Turn your mic
Let,
down, some. Jumpstart, turn your mic down, some.
let me
That's
let
what it
me
is.
let me let me piggyback
Turn it
off of
down,
what
some.
you.
A little bit
Hold on,
more.
hold on.
A little bit more. A little bit more. Let's get the levels right. Let's get the levels right.
Yo, this sounds like a old Jay Z
And
song.
you was kept
Yeah.
and you kept
Turn
talking
turn
to
my
him.
mic up. Was that
You
what
keep
I do?
talking to him, and you know his mic is messed up.
Yeah. I mean, his face is messed up too, but here we are.
Ah, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So let me say this. Let me piggyback on what you were saying. So
All right,
yeah,
move the mic away. Move the mic away a little bit.
they wanted to get the racketeering. My question was, when is a
Just
party?
okay. Wait. Fix the problem a little bit more. Push it away a little bit more. It's almost there.
How about now?
Yes,
Okay,
that's all
Sound
you
good.
had to
sound
do.
like a
Now
quiet
don't get close to
storm.
the mic.
I ain't gonna get close. So on the racketeering conspiracy thing, I don't know how that ever even came about because the racketeering is basically people getting together to commit a crime or talking about a crime. I don't see
More
having a
than two.
party.
More than one.
Well, it's still
Well, they
not a
didn't get
crime.
him on it. They
I know
didn't
they
get
didn't
him
get him
on
on
it
it, but why was that even on the table?
Because it's an
because they
easy
were trying
charge
to
to throw.
connect things that did. They were trying to get him to connect things that look. He was. Uh, if we look back at everything that happened after she wanted that 20 million, and the next day she
Uh huh.
put it out there, he paid her the 20 million, and then all this came up. Let's be honest. We didn't know any. There was word on the street, but word on the street doesn't mean anything. It doesn't. And basically they were saying that he was doing this, he's doing that, word of mouth, but there was no proof. And then after they got her to say something was wrong, then it went out the window. And I believe the authorities put out that video where he assaulted her after she took his phone and assaulted him. But it's never gonna be that way. It's never gonna be to the point where she did something and she got something back. I'm not saying you're supposed to hit a woman, but I know this for sure. She did not. She was not uh, a victim. She wasn't.
Yeah,
She
because
wasn't a victim. It's
you got to
horrible
think
what they
about
did.
this. You got to think about this. He called her because there was receipts where there were a couple, number one, and there was receipts where the text when he was saying, "Hey, come over here," and she apparently agreed because she ended up there. If she was so afraid of him, why she didn't block him, and why did she even get on the flight to go anywhere with him? Why she didn't just go to court after whatever and get an order of protection, a restraining
I
order?
mean,
It's easy to
that
get somebody off your
Because
back.
her husband
you're
told her after they ran out of money. Her husband told her after he ran out of money to go to Diddy and get that 20 mil. That was the catalyst for everything. There's no way her husband didn't know what was going on because she ran to him through Diddy and was cheating on him with Diddy. So come
Hmm.
on, she is not a victim. Not. I'm gonna stand on that. And anyone that want to argue, I have court papers that say and basically back up everything that I'm saying.
Hmm. What do you think about this, Mike Drop? What do you think about the whole situation of prostitutes and paying prostitutes to come to these parties, to these freak out parties, and basically saying it's human trafficking? Now we all know, and I believe some of us have done this, where you meet a person and you pay for their ticket to come to see you, and things happen. It's dangerous because that's considered right now trafficking. What do you
well.
think about that, Mike
Here's the
Ja?
thing.
Over the state
Here's
line.
Over the state
here's the
lines?
problem. Here's the problem with all of this. Right, his house is in Miami. Right, why you need to fly in anybody? There's plenty of girls in Miami, right? And what he was doing is he was going after them Cuban girls, right? The Cubanas, right? Or them Brazilians with the bunda, right? Like I get it, I get it. Like if she don't speak English, right, it's an easy target, right? So,
There we go with the
but
victimhood.
for real though,
You ain't
you
right, Mike Ja.
knew. I'm not right. That's okay. We've already established this. But what he really was trying to do, he's trying to make sure that he ain't end up with some Puerto Rican girls, right? Because nothing will mess up your party like some Puerto Rican girls, right? Like guarantee as soon as
Oh,
he starts doing all that freaky
block
deaky
him.
stuff, right? That take that, you know. Next thing you know, he's getting slapped and getting cussed out. And have you ever heard of Puerto Rican girls talk to you? Oh my God! But it's kind of hot though. It's kind of
I'm
hot.
not co-signing
Hey,
this.
hey,
Yes, you
Kobe.
are.
I'm not
I think he
co-signing
needs
this.
time out. He's going off again. He's going off. He's trying to take over the
Nah,
show.
keep
Let's give
him
him the
there.
cowbell.
Keep him right there. Let them clip
You know
this up.
I'm right. You know I'm right. Don't act like I'm
Let them
wrong.
clip this up without my face. Tell me when you're done so I
Finish.
can show my face.
I got listen. Let me put up the disclosure. Let me tell y'all something. He said that on his own will. I had nothing. Me and Kobe had nothing to do with that. He just goes off all the time. This is the disclosure. What he said is what he said. But
Me and
it's.
You
Tata,
What
really
do you
gotta
think,
turn down your
Kobe?
mic.
Boricuas. See?
Kobe, what do you think, Kobe? What's gonna happen now far as sentencing, because the judge now the judge has the power now. Now everybody, said guilty, not guilty. They walked away. They finished with their job. I think they kind of rushed because of the weekend is coming in. It's a long weekend. They didn't want to stay there, so they probably knew that he was innocent, but just to get out of the judge's face, they said, you know what, we just gonna give a verdict and whatever. Now we I looked into the Southern District thing, and the feds have a 95% of convictions and only 5% that they lose. So they don't lose at all. Now, going back to the judge, what do
Well,
you think the judge is going to do?
here's the reason. There's a reason behind it. The reason behind the 95% conviction is because everyone brokers a deal, and they do not go after you until they know that they have you to the point that you're going to broker a deal. If you make a deal with them, that's a conviction. That's why. And they don't play it. When they come at you with everything. And they don't jump the gun. They wait till everything is available, all the information is consumed and processed, and then they go after you. And they don't throw bogus charges against a person, which has me wondering about this P Diddy thing, because those is bogus charges. There's no way they thought that they was gonna get racketeering. No way. It didn't
And
make
like you said, the
sense.
Freds do not play. Now, do you think the judge, when he sits back on the bench in October, do you think he's gonna give him time served? I mean, it's 10 years for each account, so you're looking at 20 years. He's got a couple of months in, about 9 months with good time and everything. He'll probably do 17 years. Do you think that judge is going to send him back to jail, or do you think that judge is going to be a little lenient and letting him go home on house arrest or probation or some sort like that? Do you think that could happen? Do you think it'll lead that
I
way?
I don't know. I don't know. You know why? Um, I think today they were supposed to. They were supposed to. No, yesterday they were supposed to. They were supposed to see with the judge at 5 o'clock if they were going to let him go home between now and sentencing. But the judge said that they didn't. He didn't prove that he wasn't a menace or a danger to society. So if he thinks that he's a danger to society, he might have a bias. And if he has a bias, he's going to hit him with some time.
Well, you got to remember he does think he's violent. That's why he denied the bail, because of the video and because of the attorney video, because the attorney is not going to really lie, especially when he has a video as evidence. So they had no choice but to say, yeah, this was domestic thing between, boyfriend and girlfriend, not a domestic thing of a stranger. Mic drop. Do you think that this case here was all set up to throw P. Diddy out of the picture? Because with the company Ciroc, do you think Ciroc has something to do with this to get out of the deal?
N- no, listen, here's what happened, right? All the baby oil companies, they all got together, right? and they knew that because he had a monopoly on all the baby oil, right? And the stocks were plummeting. The stocks were plummeting. It wasn't good for business, right? Because like supply and demand, they couldn't like bring up the stores
Oh my
enough.
god.
So that's what happened, right? And it's just simple business, corporations. You know what I mean? Take that.
Money, life, and business. You think Ciroc had something to do with all this setup? Because remember, he
I don't
had
know.
a contract with them. Do you think it was
I don't
something
know
they
about
set
that
up?
conspiracy theory. I only know about what
My
we
conspiracy theory.
currently have going on. What happened?
Hmm. Well, good
It's
luck
a
to him, I
conspiracy
guess.
theory.
Yeah, it's conspiracy. Listen, they did it. They did it with OJ Simpson when he beat the trial. They did it like that, and then they came back and got him on another charge and sent him away for life until he died. And then they did the same thing to John Gotti. Remember,
What?
John Gotti was in.
Whoa. Back up. Back up. OJ Simpson did not die in jail, bro.
Well, he passed away after he did his time. That's what I meant. He passed away after he did his time. He
Okay,
went.
why are you
He
looking at
went. The glove and it didn't fit, and he got acquitted, and then he went and did something else and went to jail, and then he did his time and went out and he passed away a couple of years ago. Right? Did I get the story right?
he passed away recently and he went to jail, but that was for something totally different. And
Oh
he was
yeah.
out
Oh
for
yeah.
quite a
It wasn't
while
because of that.
after he. Yeah.
It was
Okay,
because of
continue.
that.
I'm sorry. I just didn't want you
No,
to
no, you
continue
good.
with
You
that
good.
news.
You. Hey, listen. You're a host on the show, man, of our show. So you got to straighten me out. Sometimes I don't get everything, all of it right, or I just forget. But it was a big case. Doc,
But go
I want to
ahead.
say what's up to Doc. Uh, Guidelines of 41 to 60 months. He's saying that's the guidelines on those two charges that he just got. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. What's up to my cousin? And we're gonna wait for Mike Drop to come in to talk about the worst roommates experience to get into this podcast. I I I thought this was, it was history, so we had to mention this, and especially, and musical icon like P Diddy, the way they did him. Now I'm not saying, again, we're not saying here that he didn't do what he did. We don't know. But on the flip side, the ones that know. And he's definitely one that knows what happened. But Cassidy and them also know what happened. So it's
I
up to the
got you.
judge to see what the heck
I
the
got you.
judge says.
One,
Nah.
1 second, Jumpstart. I want to give a big shout out to Doc. He just had surgery, but he was in the gym with me for very consistently for a while. Actually, he was my motivation. Yes, I needed motivation at one time, and he was in the gym with me. We was 8 o'clock in the morning going hard. EOS. I mean, and he's get well, Doc. Looking for you, man. I don't know
Yeah,
if you're
get
going
well,
back to the
Doc.
gym. I'll
Doc is a good
All
dude. I
right.
remember I had a story with Doc. I was at a DMX concert and I ain't have no tickets. I was thinking of just sneaking in through the back door like we always do. And Doc noticed me. He was like, "Yo, Jump, what you doing here?" I was like, "I'm trying to get in the party here." He was like, "Well, I got some tickets, man. Let me see what I can do, man." Well, anyway, keep the
you need tickets.
story short. We snuck in through the back door together. He didn't even use his tickets. He had tickets. He
I was
could have
about to
went
say,
in.
I never use tickets.
Yeah, nah, but I'm saying he could have used his tickets. I was stuck. But he rode with me, he ride with me, and and me and him been good friends for a very long time. So shout out to Doc, my brother
Janine,
Doc,
Janine
Janine, my
Martinez,
cousin
what's
over
up? How
here.
you doing?
Listen, I had a story with her today. She ain't want me to say her name, right? But look, she posted her whole name. on Facebook. She was on me. She was
You
like, "Yo, cuz,
Doc,
don't be
Doc,
saying
don't
my
be
name. Don't be saying
Doc.
my
Hold
name."
up.
And look,
I'm changing the
so
subject. Hey Doc, how you doing? Look, man, don't be blowing her up. Continue with the story, man.
what you talking about? The whole world knows her name. Her name is right
Yo, go
there.
ahead, man. Go. Go.
Hey. So, so the worst roommates experience. I know all of us when we were single at one time we had roommates, and some of us still do have roommates. I remember
I
I
can't
had a
talk about
roommate.
this.
Well, you ain't got to talk about it. Mic drop. What's your
Mm.
experience
I
of
don't
the
I don't
worst
have no
roommates
experience.
experience?
All right, well, I got a few of them. All right, matter of fact, I got a whole list now playing. But um, I would say first and foremost, the worst roommate was me. I was the worst roommate. All right, so let me break this down real quick. Right, so I went to college in West Virginia. Right, and people did stuff a little different there. So I was living in a trailer with my boy. I had this little twin bed, big dude, right? Smashing on a twin bed don't really go so great. He had a king size bed. So I had this girl over. He wasn't home. I smashed on his bed. And he came in like mid smash, right? And all he said was, just wash the sheets. And he was so disappointed. Like, can you imagine that though? Like, again, you come home, long day, classes, and you got me in your bed with some chick. Smell like straight hot butter
Mm-mm.
and nothing but lovemaking.
I
All right,
I tell you what, I got a story of a
what happened?
worst roommate.
Go
You
for it.
were with my worst roommate.
I was
He
the
used to
best
sleep
roommate
on the
ever.
couch. You was the worst. You was the
That's
worst.
it. They just
The worst.
sleeping on the couch because you had a whole stereo system. I'm trying to sleep, and you're sitting there. What are you even doing with the stereo system? Watching wrestling videos from the '70s with your old self. See, can't even say
That's
nothing.
where his
Kobe
internet
over
came
there.
from.
Where? My old home?
Yeah.
Make it out of here.
Yo,
Get out of here.
your internet is dialing up right now.
Listen,
Yo, that
listen. For
AOL
all
thing. Oh
those
no.
that are watching, there's a cash app thing right there. Click it and send me some money so I can get a brand new a brand new internet. I can't afford it. Trump just cut off a whole lot of things, and I can't even get my SSI no more.
Yeah, you
It's
look
a
like an
joke, y'all.
SSI person.
Y'all sorry, man.
Can't even spell
My
SSI.
internet is not crazy.
Yeah,
Hold on,
your
y'all. Hold
internet is
on.
on SSI. That's what you know. What? That's better. Keep it like that.
I'm gonna keep it like
We don't see
that.
your
Hear me?
face. Ah,
You
no,
know
you
what?
still
Y'all gonna
doing it.
see my face. Hey. So let me ask y'all a question. So, our roommates.
Yo, your
There's
mic
a
level is
thing
horrible.
out here. Oh my God. Alexa, go over there. Go.
He's abusive.
All right, so listen. While we're sitting there talking about these roommates, all right, I got in a whole nother story, right? So I had this one roommate, right? Right, it was this girl, and she used to drink a whole lot, right? And she used to bring dudes over, right? And do you know what it's like trying to have a whole conversation with a dude that you think that she's smashing, and come to find out, dude was actually a gay dude sitting there trying to hit on me, right? I was so confused because he came up, he's like, "Yo, what's good?" Right? And then I saw him when he was drunk, and he was like, "Oh my God, you're so cute." Mm-mm.
You so
Don't get me
lucky I
like that.
can't turn my mic. You lucky I can't turn my camera off. I'm gonna put my OBS on here. I don't want to be in no stupid conversation.
Listen, sometimes the truth hurts. Yo, this man
Yo,
just
Mike.
gave up.
Yo,
His mic ain't working at all.
it's not his mic. He needs to go on before the show and work out the kinks. That's
What
what it
he
has
needs
to
to
be,
do
man. Because his
is he needs to
and
freaking
get some
take.
internet.
Yeah, exactly. Sitting there paying for the cheapest internet out there. You gotta upgrade your package. And I say that, but I'm
Horrible.
sitting here on my phone because I have no
And
home.
your internet is better than his.
Hey,
You do
shout
need
out to
to
T-Mobile.
wipe your camera off.
That's not
Wipe
the
your camera
camera.
off.
That's
It's a little
that's my
smudge.
aura. That's my aura.
Damn cheesecake.
Cheesecake. I wish I had some cheesecake.
Horrible.
Matter of fact.
So since he's not coming back, let's talk about something that makes sense.
All right.
Let's go. Let's talk about these broads. Nah,
Let's talk
I'm just
about these
playing. Like I
bras.
said,
No, 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 no. Let's
nah, I'm
let's
just
get
playing. I'm
into
just talking about something.
because
Go ahead,
matter
man.
of fact, like I just gotta put all my business out here. You know, like times are tough, man. Times are tough. So I'm sleeping out here tonight because my wife actually did put me out this time. Like last time I was joking, right? This time she actually put me out, right? But it's
Yo,
not
you
my
need
fault. It's
someone
not
to
my fault.
talk
She
to?
keeps saying yes, I need someone to talk to. So that's why we're talking right now. Because matter of fact, she keeps saying that I don't listen to her, right? But she don't say nothing, right? She keeps
She's a
talking and
woman. You ain't supposed to be listening to her.
I try to listen to her, but it's literally just all like it just sounds like a mosquito. I'm supposed to listen to that.
A mosquito,
It sounds like you
bro.
got issues.
I
Mike,
got big issues.
Mm-mm-mm.
sound like you got issues. See, that's
I
your
do.
fault. I'm gonna
Matter of
be
fact,
honest with you.
I'm coming to live at your house. I'm gonna come live at your house, right? Because
Not
I
living
know
with
that you
me.
got
I already got a
space.
roommate.
Yes, that's okay. That's okay. Because see, way back when, right? You told me, you're like, listen, whatever you need, I got you. Right? I am in need right now. That Cash App, matter of fact, get rid of that Cash App in that corner. Put my Cash App there, right? Because I'm homeless right
All right,
now.
man.
He don't
Somebody
get no
going on
cash.
timeout, man. He tried to take over the show, Kobe. He tried to take over our show, bro. What's going on with him today? Kobe, do you what do you think? What do you think is a good roommate? What could be a good roommate?
That pays for internet.
I don't have no. I'm not. You know who's my roommate? Since 23, I've had one roommate. It's been a woman. That's my roommate. I don't know what y'all grown men shacking up with each other. What the hell wrong with y'all?
You never went to college. You never get to
I
college.
got
You never went to
problems.
college and had a roommate. College students have roommates.
I said after 23, I was with a woman, and that has been my
A
roommate.
mic drop. When a mic drop. When you went to prison, how was your roommates?
Prison. Because I'm black, I went to prison. What kind of question is that? I don't know. I ain't never been. I never even visited
I'm just
prison before.
saying. That's a good thing.
You got the wrong one. Mm-mm. Nope.
So here's the
I've done a
thing.
lot of stupid
I'm
stuff.
gonna be totally, I'm gonna be totally honest
Go
with you.
ahead.
The fact that y'all grown ass men were shacked up together is a problem. Why?
Because we're poor.
Wait a minute.
Florida,
Wait a minute.
right? I can't
Wait a
afford to
minute.
live by myself. I live in freaking South Florida. Do you know how much an
Hey,
apartment
listen.
costs right now? Listen, I just
Yeah,
had to
the
put a
cost of
baby for a
apartments.
down payment.
Yo, the apartments, the way they have the rent, you can actually buy a car in a month. You talking about $100,000, $3,000, $4,000, and the way these
That
jobs
was a
pay,
big
you
jump.
gotta have a roommate.
That was a hell of
Yeah,
a big jump you just did. $100,000, $3,000.
it's expensive. It's expensive out there. Sometimes you have to have a roommate, but the problem is sometimes you get those roommates that don't clean their room. You smell them from the kitchen and everything. Mic drop. Who was your best roommate that you had?
My best roommate, probably my mama.
You guys.
um, but no,
You
You killing
guys.
me with
like
this
I don't
roommate
know.
crap.
Yeah.
The
You
hell?
know,
Nobody cares about no damn
the
roommate. That's not interesting.
All
Tell
right,
the
let's go to the
story.
next one. Let's go to the next one. Let's kill that. So, what y'all think about this Jim Jones beef between all these rappers and Jim Jones saying he's the best rapper that's coming out of New York?
He's a.
Kobe, you from the Bronx and you from the old school. Do you
I'm in the
think?
Bronx right now.
But
Actually,
do
I'm
you
in Washington
think that?
Heights. But go ahead.
Do you think Jim Jones could nearly be as good as the old school rappers?
So here's the thing. As a rapper, you're supposed to think you're the best there is. So because you think you're the best, you think you're the best there is. You're gonna say things that is outlandish, and Jim Jones is just saying things that are outlandish because he thinks that he's good. You have to have some type of conceited swagger, unrealistic as it might be, that you are the best in order to be a rapper. So I understand it. I just don't think that it's true, but that's opinion. Everybody has an
of
opinion.
course it's not true. Of course it's not true. Everybody knows who's the five greatest rappers. Dylon,
Who's the
Dylon,
five rated
Dylon,
rappers?
Dylon, and Dylon. Guitar
Listen,
player.
I totally understand what y'all saying. I totally understand you're supposed to think that you're the best, but you know he was also hollering at Nas and saying that his records and his albums will outsell Nas. Me personally, I'm sorry, Jim Jones. I get it, I understand, but you know sometimes if you're the only rapper, right? Nobody else is coming out with anything, and people like one song and they buy or purchase the album just for the record. Of course, your sales are gonna go on, they go up, but by all hands down, Nas got him by. I think Nas is better than him. Did you guys remember the verse when the Locks was on stage with Dipset? Jadakiss killed it.
No, I
He
don't
killed
remember.
that night. He killed each and every one of them.
No, but like for real, we're like, let me just give you
It
my
was
take
crazy.
on all of this
Yo,
because
mic drop. Your
we're
mic is
talking
going crazy right now.
He dropped the mic. He
for real.
dropped the mic. He's gonna have to say it again.
Mike, mic drop. Keep the phones
Hold on.
the same distance.
There you go. You got it fixed. So besides that, man, this it's just the rap today is a little different from when I grew up on. I grew up from the old school rap. The
Uh-oh.
the Eric B and Rakim era, the Slick Rick
But
era.
everybody in that era said that they were the best. He's doing the same thing. I mean, let's be honest. He's 50 years old rapping. So, and he's relevant. So I get what he feels and how he feels, but it's not true. But also called it a he causes a buzz for himself like every 6 months. So he's winning. We're talking about it. So we're gonna because we're talking about it, we're gonna listen to some of his music to see what he's talking about and if it's true. So it's brilliant on his part. Is it true? No. But is it brilliant marketing? Yes, absolutely.
Oh yeah, it's a very brilliant marketing. All hands down. What he's doing is he's trying to get sales up, and hey, I get it. That's all it is. It's just like boxing and everything else. You got to promote it, and just to get the enough times. So you get you guys, this weekend is 4th of July. Any plans? I know Kobe's in New York. They lighting the fireworks in New York yet? We start a little early.
I don't know. I'm staying in the hotel until everything is over with. When the daytime comes, I'm gonna go to Katona Park in the Bronx, and then when it starts getting dark, I'm going right back to the hotel.
Man, you brought me some memories. Katona Park, man. Katona Park, Van Corten Park. Wow. Yeah. I remember as a kid we used to go to the pools over there. Still have that pool over there on that side?
Yes, the pool is still
Over
there.
there by Katona?
Yes,
That's
true
crazy.
story. The pool is still there. Now, whether they're
That's
still
crazy.
running the pool,
Hey, John. Hey, when you were a kid, was the pool still segregated?
What did he say? I didn't hear him.
he said you're a he said you're a nice guy.
Yeah, the absolute best.
Listen, Listen, I was a true New York kid, man. I did everything as a kid, man. And I had a cousin who was like 1 year younger than me, and we got into so much things, especially in the summertime, man. We went to the Bronx Zoo, we went to pools, and the crazy thing about it is we were kids. We were like 14, 15 years old. We didn't have no money, but for some reason we would end up in places, and I don't even remember how we got the money half the time, you know. But our childhood was actually, yeah, our internet and our video games was actually outside playing with one another, all day long and whatnot. So it's a lot different now, and I don't mean it like that neither.
Y'all used to
I can
play with
hear
each
Kobe
other.
thinking, yeah. No, what I'm saying is
You was
no
playing with
P
each
Diddy
other.
thing, no
How
P
long did
Diddy
y'all play with
thing.
each other? How many
Nah,
years
nah, nah,
did
nah.
y'all play with each other?
Oh,
I'm just
that's human. I'm
no,
just
I'm
saying that.
asking how many years? How many years? Like it was like when you turned 6, or was it 8 that you was allowed out of the house, and then you was able to play with your cousins? Or what age was you when you started playing with your cousins?
How come I feel like I'm being set up here? But I'm gonna say this: we hung out. I'm gonna say the age after the age of 13. That's when we
Oh
started
damn,
to explore.
I don't
Age
know.
of
I
13.
was I was a latchkey kid, so as soon as I turned 11, I was on the trains going to New Jersey.
I can't. Yeah, so we did everything, man. Especially like the winters. It was football. Summertime. It was baseball, and that was it. That was the childhood. Playing manhunt, playing tag, and everything. Mic drop. You was born in the Midwest, wasn't you? What y'all did for fun in the Midwest?
What we did for fun, we did everything, like basketball, baseball, football. Um, and then when that got boring, you would we'd go like snowmobiling in the wintertime. Um,
Oh, you was
Snowmobiling.
rich, rich.
Yeah,
Rich?
he was rich.
You act like I had a snowmobile. Hell no. Listen,
You had access to
Well,
it.
well,
rule
You was
rule number
suburbs.
one: have rich friends.
So in order for you to have rich friends when you're young, you had to live around them, buddy.
Nope.
hey, I tell you what, we're gonna wrap this up. But mic drop. You gonna chill out with Duck Dynasty because you look like you dressed for it.
I
He's coming
mean,
for you, Mike Drop.
that's fun. That's fun because guess what? Your mama love this sweatshirt. How about that?
Oh,
Nah, I ain't swearing to him, man. He gonna chill with the Duck Dynasty over there with the uncle and them. You better be careful, man. I heard they do some crazy stuff, chasing alligators. Hey, yo, mic drop. You got any shout
Um,
outs? You got any last thoughts of what you got? You want to say something?
you know what? I do have some shout outs, right? First off, I want to give a shout out to Jumpstart's mama. All right. Like she is probably my absolute favorite, right? And so I want to make sure that she knows that she's very appreciated. um, shout
Goodbye,
out to
mic drop. He got kicked out again. Kobe, who invited him to this party, bro?
oh my gosh.
I tell you, man, we gonna get things
I
gonna
don't
get
got
things
no shout outs.
together.
I know one thing, we gonna be better off next week. It was kind of off today. It had a lot to do with the you know, with the internet, the vacation that we starting tomorrow. Tomorrow the 4th of July. We gonna figure it out.
We'll figure it out. We'll get it together, y'all. Don't worry about it. We ain't professionals yet. We heading that way, no. Thank you, Kobe. Hey, be careful out there. Don't be exploding explosives. Peace, bro. And everybody, thank you for tuning into the Jump Podcast. Sorry about the little flicks and ticks and stuff like that. Cash App is right here if you want to donate anything to the Jump Podcast to help us out here. Until next week, y'all. Same bad time, same bad channel.